And it's our first show without Suzette. She's home on maternity leave, and she texted me over the weekend, right? So you know how you get the text and it has the name of the person text. I was like, oh my God, she's having the baby. And I clicked on it, and it was a comment about Game of Thrones because she's watching Game of Thrones. And it was about this horrible scene that happened on Game of Thrones that we talked about in here, off the air. And she was like, oh my God, I can't believe this happened. I was like, I thought you were having the baby. And she's like, LOL, no. So Peyton is stepping up to kind of sit in Suzette's chair for a while. Good morning, Peyton. How was your weekend?
Good morning. My weekend was eventful. Very eventful.
It was?
Yeah. I went to brunch with my sister and her friends. So it was like really weird to see how she acts in front of her friends and like not at home. So like I got to see a different side of my sister, which I was kind of like, I don't know how I feel about this.
Is it different? Like how different is it?
Like... Just like she's so much nicer to her friends. She's so much nicer to them. And I'm like, oh my goodness. Like, and all my friends are like, oh my gosh, your sister's the best. I'm like, whatever delusion you have, made up scenario of my sister that you have, like, get that out of your head because that is not her. But I mean, it was fun. We went out, had a couple drinks with her friends after, and a couple of them got a little too wasted. But
is she nicer to you in front of her friends?
No.
So the same.
Yeah. So
Rich and I were talking before off the air. Did you happen to watch the VMAs? Do you care about the VMAs?
I didn't watch the VMAs, and no, I don't really care.
Like you weren't like, because we were wondering, we're like, because you know, because you're Gen Z. You're what, 23, 24,
yep,
23. 23 is like, do you go, oh my God, I got to go home and watch the VMAs? You know what I mean? And you don't.
Does
yeah, no.
That's what Rick pretty much said.
I didn't even know the VMAs were on.
But that's the thing. Back in the day, I mean, weeks in advance, we would plan for the VMAs.
It was like, oh my God, the VMAs.
There were parties that you would go to watch the VMAs.
I didn't do that.
You probably didn't, but I mean, for sure, it was like required viewing, had to know about it. And last night, I feel like came and went without anybody knowing or caring other than just what you see on social.
Well, I think you can get by the VMAs just on social, but what I did last night is you know how I turn on MTV, and MTV will play the VMAs and then they'll start right again. I watched the end of the VMAs and then the beginning of the VMAs. And I mean, the end, like the last performance of the VMAs and the beginning performance of the VMAs. And I feel that's all everyone's talking about, what I saw. Like, I feel like I caught it all. You know, Machine Gun Kelly's performance, Bieber's performance, and then I saw a bunch of other stuff on social media, and I feel like I'm good. Anyway, I got to tell you something. So, you know how like I own a restaurant, right? I own a Rosati's. I have to tell you my first possible confrontation or possible mistake. So I have this restaurant. I have two restaurants. I have Rosati's in Casa Grande and Rosati's in Ahwatukee. Casa Grande opens Wednesday the 22nd. Ahwatukee's already open. And what I know about the Rosati's is that it's pizza. And I told you guys, I'm just on the surface. Like, I wanted to be kind of a silent owner. I don't know much. And they've sent me the menus before. Hey, what do you think about this? This is where we're going, the menus. What do you think about that? And I'm just like, that's great. They show me the pizza oven. They show me the chicken wings. But mainly pizza, right? Rosati's Pizza from Chicago. Never thought twice about just whatever. It's pizza. But I'm also kind of going through this serious, like, eating binge right now. I've been eating lots of stuff. You know, with those Korean hot dogs. I had that. I've been eating a lot of Mexican food.
Friday, you yelled at me because I didn't eat tacos.
Right. And so I took your tacos home. Yeah, I took your tacos home. So I've been eating a lot.
I knew it. I knew, Rich. I knew you wouldn't eat the tacos. The best tacos in the world. You won.
I've been eating a lot. And so we went to In-N-Out Burger over the weekend. I went to a couple different places over the weekend. And there was this restaurant I've driven by a couple times, and a couple of my son's coaches have talked about this restaurant. So I said to Kemp yesterday, he was training, and I said, hey, it's called Portillos. I said, there's a Portillos about a mile from here. You want to try it out? He goes, sure, Dad. Now, have you guys ever been to Portillos?
I have not.
Yeah, they have hot dogs and stuff, right?
Hot dogs.
Yeah.
I was in a hot dog mood. So I go, let's go check it out. I've never been inside. I've driven by it. And he goes, I've seen it on TikTok, is what he said. So I pull into this Portillos, and it's humongous inside. And I wait in line. What, Joe, have you been to Portillos? Are you about to go off of Portillos?
Their Italian beef, yes. Their Italian beef is insane.
Okay, so check it out. So I go to Portillos at lunchtime, and I get a hot dog. And the hot dog is insane. And the shake, there's a chocolate shake there. And Kemp orders, I hear Kemp go, because the menu's so huge, Kemp goes, I'll take a chocolate shake, a chocolate cake shake. And I say, what's a chocolate cake shake? The guy goes, it's a chocolate shake, and then we put a piece of our chocolate cake inside the shake. And I go, I'll take one of those too. So it's a chocolate shake with a cake in it.
Pretty
Okay.
genius.
So I started drinking the chocolate shake. It is the best chocolate shake I've ever had in my life. Like, there's no better chocolate shake than this chocolate shake ever. And it's a genius shake. I can't stop thinking about the shake. While we're at lunch, I tell Kemp, we need to have dinner here. And I said, I can't believe I'm making dinner plans at a restaurant while eating lunch. I go, I don't think I've ever done that before. And he's like, you have. That's what he says, right? So I get home, I tell my wife about it, and let's cut to dinner. So now dinner time, we go to a different one, a different Portillos. So I wait in line at the place, and I get what Joey just said, because I text the coach, and I go, what do you get at Portillos? He's like, dude, I'm on a diet. I'm having salmon. And I said, no, what do I get if I go to Portillos? He goes, you need to go get the sausage beef sandwich, whatever. So I order that sandwich, and it is pretty phenomenal. And then my Dutch gets the hot dog, Blake gets a hot dog, and she gets a smoothie, and I get the chocolate cake without the shake. Just the plain chocolate shake, which I guess people are pretty famous for. Chocolate cake is phenomenal. My wife's like, it's not as good as mine. I didn't want to say anything, but it was pretty damn good. Right? So I get this beef sandwich that is like famous for, and it is phenomenal. Now, without knowing, my partner Howard at Rosati's, now he doesn't know that I'm at Portillos. He texts me video of the management team at Rosati's making the exact same sandwich that I'm eating at Rosati's. And I'm like, what is this? He goes, it's the beef sausage sandwich. And I said, when did we start making this? He goes, it's always been on the menu. I'm like, I'm eating this right now at Portillos. And he doesn't respond. And I'm like, I said to Blake, I go, do you know we serve sandwiches at Rosati's? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, I thought it was a pizza place.
Oh, God.
I go, we got to stay in our lane. We got to stay in our lane, man. It's pizza.